Well, good morning, guys. How you doing today? Well, hope you guys had a good weekend. Good weekend with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends. Having some good time. Well, today we have another trading session, so welcome to another trading session here. As you can see, price has been doing its own thing for Asia and London, and we are now hitting the end wall that was left between the close of last week's price action and the open of this week price action as well. So for now, price is rejecting this end walk. We are working already below a 15-minute time frame for value gap, a bullish one, and we are closing below midnight open. So for now, I'm still expecting some bearish order flow here. I would like to see the first minutes of the open. We already opened, so 9:30 is right here. Let me just check. Yeah. So we have the 9:30 open right next to midnight open. And honestly, I will wait some minutes here just to see how price behaves, just to see if we still respect bearish PD arrays, some kind of bearish PD arrays. We still have another bullish for value gap here down below, so price can eventually come lower and eventually trying to work this bullish for value gap as well. So I will give some time to price to do its own thing. I can see these highs here as well. These highs here seem too clean for me. They are too clean, and price could not purge this liquidity before the 8:30 open or eventually the 9:30 open. So I will watch this buy side liquidity area, which is relative equal highs. Oops. Relative equal highs as well. So for now, price digging into the second bullish for value gap, and I would like to see some formation of a first presented for value gap as well. So for now, we don't have it. Price is just doing its own thing. Getting back to the Asia range, we have London low here right next to this opening low, which is also quite interesting here. So we'll mark this as new sell side point here. And eventually this London low as sell side as well. So we'll just London low. So if price just maintains its respect to bearish for value gaps, bearish order flow, and bearish PD arrays, I would consider an attack to the sell side here. Otherwise, if we get a reaction right next to this 15-minute for value gap, and if we start to invert bearish PD arrays here, inverting fair value gaps, inverting order blocks, getting some support right next to a midnight open, 9:30 open, and climbing back to this 15-minute fair value gap. I would eventually consider longs to take out this buy side liquidity as relative equal highs here. So right now I will just wait here. I see an announcement about some minutes ago. There will be at 11:30 there will be a closed door meeting. Fed will eventually have a meeting. It's not a secretive one, but it's a closed door. It's a closed doors one. So this might eventually give something to price to work with as well. So today it's a day where we should be very cautious. Let me just check the volatility. Yeah, we have 14 handle moves here, so price is quite volatile. We really need to be very careful with this type of price action here and with the type of volatility that we have. So right now price is still working this 15-minute fair value gap. We have nothing to do here. There's no entry, nothing. So we will just wait. What we can see here is that as soon as price opened, we formed a bearish order block. We are still respecting the bearish order block. Price is digging into the 15-minute fair value gap. Looking at NQ, it also has some room to go to the downside if it wants to do something similar to what ES is doing. Yeah, I guess for now we are probably still in a bearish environment. So, but honestly, there is not much we can do. Well, for those who are watching, just let me do some questions to you. What is your bias? I will put it in the comment section. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it kind of neutral? Is it bullish? Bearish? Or is it neutral? So price still moving to the downside. At this point, we took the sell side liquidity that was inside the 15-minute fair value gap. Seems like ES is the weakest, or the weaker sister here. NQ still has some room to go as well. We still don't have any kind of fair value gap here, so there's no first presented fair value gap until now. we have to be patient here because usually at 9:30 open or some minutes right before the 9:30 open, price usually does something which is called the Judas swing, which is a type of swing, usually a fast-paced swing, but it is a swing that will pull us into some kind of movement, which can be this one here, and eventually price reversals and tries to go the other way. So this might be our Judas swing for the morning. That's why I'm just observing it. But price is really digging into this 15-minute fair value gap. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame, there is not much supporting price right now. We still have something to support on NQ, but ES is weaker here. So let's see if price wants to dig lower and go for the sell side liquidity from London's low and eventually the opening low, or if price wants to react something like this, come here, displace a little bit to the downside, and then boom, boom, and trying to get away from this 15-minute fair value gap. Well, this is a bullish plan, and eventually if we come lower, I would like to see something like this working below and coming here once again, and then boom to the downside. Seems like we had another formation of an order block here as well. This green candle, which was engulfed right away. Let's see if we will have the first presented fair value gap with the close of this candle here. Yeah, it seems like that. So this is the first presented fair value gap probably. Let's see if price wants to come a little bit higher or not. Just let me check here. One thing is I will not engage with it right now, right away, but just to have an idea. So we have, if we had to open something like this, I had to have in mind that I would have a 22 handle stop, which give me a slack of 2 micros. So I could only eventually engage with the market with two micros. Yeah, things are quite volatile, not giving us many shots here. Let's see if price wants to dig higher, disrespecting the first presented fair value gap, or if it will respect and continue its way to the downside. So far, we are in discount on the weekly range. So we are below 9:30 open, below 8:30 open, but below midnight open. Oops. God damn. I just clicked the wrong button on the mouse. And yeah, as I was saying, we are on discount here because we are below the 50% range. We are below the 50% range of this this range so far. So taking shorts here might not work. So as you can see, we had a good reaction disrespecting the first presented fair value gap. Let's see if our bullish plan will get into action here. Yeah, so far a nice reaction. Disrespecting this order block as well. Disrespecting and inverting the first presented fair value gap. And at the same time respecting the 15-minute fair value gap here. So as I was saying, this could really be our Judas swing, the swing movement that will pull many traders into shorts, and then eventually price will rip higher. But honestly, let me just check here. Yeah, these are massive stops here. These are massive stops. I will eventually not be able to interact with this type of environment because I have a strict stop loss placement, which is equivalent to $200. And if I put myself here with 2 micros, I will risk about, I don't know, but 300 or 300 plus, which does not, should not be part of my trading plan. Yeah, price will probably dig higher here in a fast pace, but honestly, I can't trade with these type of stop loss sizes, honestly, and I will not engage with the market with just one micro. Let's see if price will give us some kind of a shorter opportunity, a long opportunity, but with a shorter stop loss, with something that could eventually be a 20 handle stop loss. That would be acceptable, but not a 20 handle plus stop loss. So price is now facing the first type of resistance here, which is 9:30 open and midnight open, which usually offers some type of resistance, but price should have no problem to dig through it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if price is able to do some kind of a retrace eventually to the first half of the 15-minute per value gap. I would like to see something like this eventually. That would be perfect. But honestly, I don't think price will give this to us. Yeah, there we go. Price is digging higher and higher. It will eventually face another resistance here as soon as price hits this 15-minute per value gap here. So I will wait for any type of reaction here. What about you guys? Have you taken any trades yet? Have you engaged with longs here somewhere, or are you just observing? Give your opinions on the comment section, and ask whatever you want to ask on the comment section as well. I will try to answer them. No, price is digging higher here with a nice reversal, and honestly it was part of the plan, but this size of stop loss, it's kind of hard to interact with price, honestly. Price is respecting every bullish PD array here. This PD array here, I would like to see it open, staying open, which would be something like a breakaway gap. Let me just check if I have breakaway gap here. No, I don't mark it as a fair value gap here. But yeah, this one should be open, should stay open. Price is ripping higher, giving us no chance to interact with it, honestly. And let me just do some type of projections here. So our low-hanging fruit would be eventually, yeah, this buy-side liquidity here. As you can see, the last swing movement, the last bearish swing, if we project that with a fib extension, the main movement should end at minus 2.5 standard deviation, which has some confluence with buy-side liquidity and relative equal highs that I was saying just right from the beginning that were just kind of suspicious for me. These were too clean and needed some kind of a purge. So price will eventually reach them. Price now stopping right at this bearish fair value gap, which was one of the last fair value gaps that gave some kind of continuation to the downside here. Let me just check here. And these stop loss are massive. If I would allow price to come back to 9:30 open and midnight open, I would have to have a stop of 33.5 handles, which is a lot. Which is a lot. Yeah, I guess this one will be inverted. It's not hard to see it happening, so eventually price will have another stop here at minus 1.5, or it will dig directly to these buy-side liquidity in form of relative equal highs. Well, I may not have been able to interact with this reaction here, but I'm quite happy because this was my plan A, and eventually the plan B was if price stayed below here and started to respect bearish PDA raise down here and eventually come down to this sell side liquidity. This was plan B. Plan A was eventually a presentation of a Judas swing here, pulling traders to go short. And right here, which is quite typical on price action, make these kind of fake outs where the majority of traders think that, okay, this 15 minutes fair value gap will be inverted and I will just short the market. Yeah, that's when reversals tend to happen. So we inverted right away the first presented fair value gap, and then boom, a double fair value gap, just a small retracement at 9:30 open, and then boom to the upside once again. And now we are already at 8:30 open, -2 standard deviation, and eventually this should be the ultimate target for the price action for the New York AM session. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we are presenting a massive wick. On the 15-minute, we are presenting a massive engulfing candle, and these are all signs that we can eventually stop here at -2 5 standard deviation, and after we hit this, if we come back to the range and start doing some things like this, we can eventually, or we can eventually come here, displace a little bit to the upside, and find support inside the end wall, and then prepare for another expansion here. Massive run to the upside, honestly. Yeah, 150 handles to the upside. 3%. This is wild. Honestly, this is damn wild. 3% in a matter of 15 minutes. This is wild. So guys, have you entered any longs, or have you interacted with price action at this point? Because I mean, these candles are huge, man. These are 30 handle candles. It's quite dangerous to play the markets when they are this volatile, honestly, because you have to calculate your risk very well. Otherwise, you will end up with massive stop losses, with massive amounts on those stop losses, and that's not what I'm searching for, honestly. Well, at this point, the 15-minute candle just closed. We are opening another 15-minute candle, and this one should give us a retrace to continuation higher, because I'm sorry, because we are still forming the relative equal highs here. So price should give us some kind of retrace to the downside. We can eventually expect a retrace until 50% of this move, which should be in this area here. But since price is so straight to the upside right now, we might not get this 50% retrace. So let's see. I will eventually see what price we'll do in the next minutes. And notice that price just started this move to the upside right at, you will probably know what I will mark here, right at 950, which marks the 950 to 1010 macro, which is one of my favorite macros to play. 1010, yeah. So, and I said on last Friday, I said that eventually I would look for some type of movements that would eventually start at 950 to 1010 and eventually end at 1050 to 1110. So the next macro hour should be the end of this bullish move. So I will just leave this here just to see if this theory that I have working on will eventually get into place here or not. As you can see here, this bearish movement started right at another macro hour here, if you can see here. So this is the macro that I usually don't interact with it because it's pre-open. But as you can see, price starts to revert here, giving us the Judah swing, and right at 950 it reverts once again. So macro, you can understand macro in two ways, which forms it's the beginning of a movement until the next macro, or it's a reversal of the last movement until the next macro. So I'm eventually testing this type of theory that I would have been noticing, which will probably allow us to the camera just turned off, god damn it, which will probably allow us to hold trades for longer and not expecting it just to hit sell side liquidity points or buy side liquidity points, because usually these type of macros marks the end and the beginning of movements. We just have to understand them. Yeah, so far price is finding resistance at 830. I would like to see price coming down a little bit more, eventually take this low here. So, as I was saying, I will notice and I will keep in mind these for the next weeks. I will be observing how price will behave in between macros. Usually, ICT says that macro hours, we should look for trades in the macro hours. And we can eventually extend those trades until the next macro hour, or eventually take our profits or partials or whatever in between those macro hours on the sell side or buy side liquidity points. But I'm honestly interested in see if we can enter a trade eventually at these hours, and then eventually extend the trade till the next hour. the next macro. So NQ behaved quite differently in between ES. NQ took these highs already. ES will probably do it now. Not a massive candle to the upside. Look at this. God damn it. Damn. This is quite mad. Whoa. Yeah, I'm just observing right now. This is pure madness. This is pure madness. Look at this. This is a, let me just check. This is a 100 handle candle. And it's just what's happening right now, honestly. Well, our final target is hit. We were not able to interact with it, but honestly, I'm happy with my narrative, since I was expecting something like this. But these type of environments are very hard to trade, honestly. Yeah, this is a 150 handle move, which is a 3% handle move in 1 minute. Well, congrats if you are bullish, if you had any longs here, because it would be awesome. But congratulations if you're not interacting with this, and if you decide to not interact with this because of the extreme volatility that we are facing today. Yeah, well, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen such a big candle on ES, honestly. I've seen a lot of candles, millions of candles, but an almost 4% candle on ES on 1 minute. That's not the type of things that you see on a everyday basis as a trader, honestly. Yeah, and if you look at NQ, it's even crazier. On NQ, NQ is another level, honestly. But yeah, folks, I don't think I will do anything today, honestly, because I would put myself in a hard environment. I'm glad I honestly nailed the narrative here. But yeah, this is another type of price action, honestly. Let me just check the other markets for an instance here. Try to understand what's happening. Well, TradingView is lagging. When TradingView is lagging, there's always something happening, honestly. Yeah, I can't even open my TradingView. Are you guys able to open your TradingView? Because I'm not. Can't even see what's happening on the other markets. Well, I knew that that the Fed would speak at 11:30 on a closed door meeting, but we still have some time. Yeah, we are about 1 hour away from it. Yeah, this is wild. Well, at this point, I can see price digging higher because we have relative equal. I'm sorry, relative equal highs here. Those were left from last week's price action. So eventually we will hit them soon. Because price has only bullish order flow right now. So we might consider these relative equal highs. I think these are from last Friday's price action. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, we will hit them easily at this point. Yeah, honestly, congratulations if you took some longs here, if you decided to risk something, because this was eventually a big move. And since this reversal that we pointed here, we already run 8%, which is crazy. I've never seen ES doing something like this, honestly. Maybe on COVID. I don't know. I will have to check. But I don't think I don't think the size of the movements were such so big as these are. Yeah, my trading view is not working properly. It is lagging a lot. Let me just check Tesla 2 points, Nvidia 4 points. Yeah, okay. I guess we're having a bullish reaction here. BTC is also running to the upside. 7% already. Yeah, but this one was a massive move to the upside. I guess I will not be able to do anything today because the size of these candles are too big for me to play with. These are 50 handle plus candles, so I have no chance to size in between those candles. I will just observe and tape read it, honestly. Because if I thought that these candles were big, I was not even expecting the size of these ones, honestly. But I'm still glad I just nailed the narrative. Buy-side liquidity was my final target eventually. If I had some type of a runner here, I would let him dig through the NWOG, but would be content if I had a long and close the full long here. But yeah. So let me just check if we will retrace to 50% of this move. It is quite possible, because this massive value gap might be retested here, which has some confluence with the NWOG as well. So this would be an interesting area to buy something here. But yeah, I will have no chance to do it, because honestly, if I had to put a stop loss on it, I would have to grab something like right down here, just something like this. And even like this, it's like a 40 handle. It's like a 40 handle stop loss size. So I would only be able to interact with it with one contract, and I would be hitting my maximum stop loss here. That's not even feasible. So this was quite fast here. We already hitting the fair value gap here, but we have some room to the downside to hit 50% of this leg here. So note how we are in between macro hours, and we are still grinding to the upsides here. So eventually 1010 closed here with this candle, but we still managed to go further. Price hitting 50% of this up move. These candles are massive as well, so if I try to measure them, they will have about 47 candles, which is a massive size. So we should expect some kind of reaction here. It might not be the reversal to the upside, but we need to see some kind of reaction here. Otherwise, this will be a fake out to the upside, and we will dig lower. Yeah, price digging into this fair value gap here, a reminder that we have the NWOG on the background serving as support as well. Yeah, so far no trades. And eventually it will remain like that until the end of the session. Because I have not, I have no conditions to open any trades right now. Price is too volatile. I would be disrespecting my risk management. That's why I'm not opening any trades right now. I need to, we have to calm down a little bit on volatility, because these handles are massive right now. These candles, I mean. Yeah, working on that reaction that we were expecting. So these PD arrays should be inverted. Note that we have a double one here, a bearish one here, and we need to see this being inverted before seeing some type of continuation to the upside. If we are not able to, if price is not able to invert this and start climbing higher here, we eventually can expect a move lower. These lows here are too clean. Remember when I told you when price was here that I would like to see this low being ripped off here, because this is spending liquidity here. A lot of people may still have those stops here, and price needs to take them out before getting higher, or eventually punish those buyers here with lower price movements. Yeah, so far no big of a reaction here. Price reacted, but not in the type of way that we would like to see. Imagine if I was short here, which would be a valid decision. Yeah, this is impossible to work with, honestly. I would have to have a 70 stop loss size, and a 70 stop loss size it's not even feasible for me. Well, on the 15-minute time frame, we can see a harsh reaction as soon as we tapped into all this liquidity here. This one right here as well. Price didn't manage to come to these relative equal highs here from last Friday's price action. And if we come lower, if price comes lower and inverts this fair value gap here, yeah, we might consider lower prices here. Let's see, we have still 5 seconds before the close of the 15-minute candle, and we are right now at the beginning of a new 15-minute candle. If this one starts to displace to the downside, then I would eventually consider lower prices. So another bearish fair value gap here, which is being respected. Yeah, this could eventually be a feasible position, but even with this type of price action, I would have to have a 40 handle stop loss, which is way too much. Yeah, it seems like this bullish movement is yeah, I can't see anything on TradingView right now, but seems like this bullish movement on stocks been retraced already as well. So this might be a long-term liquidity grab for lower prices. This is usually the type of movements when price just wants to go lower, but it has to have a harsh movement to the upside first. But let's see. Price now inverting or trying to invert. Yeah, I guess we are inverting this one. So we were waiting for some type of reaction here. Price is building that reaction. Now I'm liking more what I'm seeing here. We are inverting this bearish PD array. If we start to manage to go higher here and digging higher into this bearish fair value gap, we might consider a continuation to the upside. Yeah, I'm just watching here on Twitter what might eventually trigger this move to the upside. But since my account is suspended, I can see much. I just can I can't interact with anyone. I have to create another Twitter account because I can't unsuspend this one. Twitter didn't give me any reason for my suspension. It says only that I violated some of the conditions and agreements of Twitter. So I don't know what it means because they can't describe those. But yeah, well, price here respecting this bearish fair value gap with some kind of displacement. This inversion didn't work, and it seems like price is primed to go lower, I think. Yeah, we are engulfing the last 15-minute candle low. Let me just see if I can eventually frame something like around here. The camera just shut itself off again. I don't know why this is still happening. I really can't figure it out, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Just yeah, I guess it's better right now. Yeah, I would, if I would have to participate on anything, I can eventually only do it with one micro contract. Yeah, we are going lower here. I really would like to, since I didn't have the opportunity to interact here, I really would like to have the opportunity to interact with this short move, but I don't know if the market will give me that opportunity, honestly. Would eventually take a reaction to the upside here if price would come back eventually to this or to this order block here. I would eventually take it. We are losing NWOG support as well. Digging below 830 open. And I guess that the first presented for value gap will be next. me just check one thing more. Yeah. Yeah, I would like it to go a little bit higher here, but since we have 830 open here, it might not give us that chance. So let's see if we can go lower here. I really would like to see it go lower. I'm just staying with the stop loss here because I would like to give it a bit of a room to breathe. It doesn't mean that I will take this full risk here. Yeah, just like expected, 830 is acting as resistance right now. So, but I would like to see a close below this green candle here. This PD array here, this fair value gap should act as a inverted fair value gap. The price is reaching higher here, so let us see where it wants to go. I would not like to see 830 acting as support like it is doing now. Yeah, price pushing a little bit higher here. Not liking what I'm seeing right now. So at this point, I guess my stop is in danger. This should be my last defense here. This first fair value gap here. I would like to see price coming down. But I guess it won't happen, honestly. Yeah, price will hit my stop loss. Yeah, there we go. So first loss of the day, and I guess we will eventually go higher here, not taking us lower, but I still want to see how we will react here. Because I still think that we will go lower. I'm not seeing any type of bullish momentum to the upside on higher time frames. Yeah, guess I was wrongly stopped out. We are indeed approaching the 1050 macro as well. Just made a mistake here. It's the 1050 and the 1110. Yeah, we are digging higher here. Just watching the 2-minute and 3-minute time frames, which usually can give us some more hints about what price wants to do. Yeah, it seems like we will eventually go higher here. Price displacing. Let's see if we have the opportunity to engage with it once again. So we are entering 1050 macro, which should give us some steam to the upside here. This one got inverted here. This one is still a bullish one. So the hard task right now is to invert this one. Let's see if I would like to see a fast and quick move to the upside here, eventually leading us to N walk. We have a small one here. But first of all, I would like to see some kind of displacement to the upside and price reaching for support here on the midpoint of this bearish fair value gap. So we have another bullish fair value gap here. If this stays intact, that would be great to see, and would like to see it stay intact. So macro hour is just starting. Let's see if this can drive price to the upside. So far we are digging into this bearish fair value gap. It would be nice to see this get inverted, but I guess we will have to see and wait to see, because we are entering as well a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. So this is the downside of operating just one contract. You cannot take partials, but we will see how far price will take us. So far, price made it to the second half of the bearish fair value gap. So this should be active support right now. We have an order block here as well. So another bullish fair value gap here as well. I would like to see them being respected. Otherwise, price may eventually come back to inside of the range. And that's not what I would like to see, honestly. Yeah, harsh reaction here. Yeah, price closed below the 1 minute fair value gap, but I would like to see it come above once again. Yeah, price not able to do it. Facing some kind of resistance here at the midpoint. Yeah, since we are not respecting that that one, I will have to protect myself. This price may come back to this range, inside this range. And I would like it to move higher. Let's see if we can bump to the upside, or if price just wants to go lower for now. We are inside the macro hour, so the macro hour should help us get to our higher targets, honestly. But it's not helping much. Yeah, I would like to see it push to the upside, but a close above the fair value gap. And my alarm is warning me that we are at 11. So 11 is usually the type of that hour that I usually tend to close the charts, but since I am still running a trade, I will see where it takes us. The price still working this fair value gap here. Not liking how much time it is spending here, and since I have my stop loss right below it, at break even. I would like it to push higher, but with the consistency, being able to close above those wicks, not showing me any more wicks. Yeah, we do not displaced. I would like to see now displacement above the bottom of this bearish fair value gap. We still have about 8 minutes inside the macro, so I'm counting on the macro fueling us with some steam to the upside. I would like to see price displaced to the upside, not taking much time to get outside this bearish or value gap here. We have another small for value gap right here. Let me just check this hourly wick. Because price can eventually do 50% of that wick and then go lower. And I'm just seeing where 50% is. Yeah, not liking how price is retesting once again these fair value gaps here. Price should be finding support around the first one and then resuming higher. Yeah, price just displaced to the downside here, taking out the first fair value gap, now working on the second one. But honestly, this is not the type of environment that I would like to see here. I would like to see price working this fair value gap first, and then eventually wicking down here. This might get us stopped out probably. Yeah, will be stopped out here. There we go. Got stopped out once again at break even. Yeah, and this fair value gap is acting here as quite a resistance. We'll just have to reassess here what I'm seeing, because we can have a ping pong environment right now, and I would not be catched in those big ping pong environments where price just it's zigzags. Yeah, so far we disrespected this run right here, and if you continue disrespecting, we have relative equal lows here down below. Price is now working a 5-minute bullish fair value gap here. Yeah, so far respecting that the bullish fair value gap, the 1 minute. So yeah, we tried to come below it, this one, the bullish one. We faked out, then we faked out it. We faked it out to the upside, came down a little bit. Price is just retesting it here. It's kind of hard to read right now, honestly. But I can see price coming down here to these equal lows and eventually to the first presented fair value gap, honestly. Yeah, there's no bullish reaction here. Let's see if price maintains this bullish reaction or if it just comes lower. Yeah, price not doing what is meant to do. Let's see if we can hold this short here. The stop is quite aggressive here, but I really would like to see at least these relative equal lows here. Midnight open should be a good closure as well. At this point, I think I will. Yeah, not liking how it is trying to close. I would like to see this 8:30 open acting as resistance here. Let's see if we can get another displacement to the downside. Yeah, we took these lows here, but honestly, I would like to see another run to the downside. Let's see if price loses some steam here. Otherwise, I will get stopped out once again, but I don't mind. Yeah, I would like to see it close below 830, not using 830 as support. It is acting as a bearish prevailing gap once again here. So this should act as a defense line here. Let's see if we can expect a run to the downside here. I need to see a push below 830. Price not giving us that push. Just let me see where my stop loss is. Yeah, it's right above the midpoint of this prevailing gap too. So, oh, this is kind of messy right now. I will just delete this one or pushing this one here. And yeah, we are working inside the prevailing gap. Would like to see it roll down. Otherwise, I will be eventually stopped out because of the price, the volatility of this price. Yeah, pushing higher once again. Not the best environment, really. Yeah, price came here, took these relative equal lows, and then damn, I was just stopped at the tick. I will eventually re-enter here because this is assuming me that I'm right. just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, and 830 is still acting as support here. I really would like to see price being able to cross 830 and able to eventually close below it with displacement. Well, for those watching, I don't know if you are liking the stream or not. Just give it a thumbs up if you're willing to. And if you're not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. I tend to be here every single day, so you might learn something. I might learn something from you, and we might be able to form some kind of a community. That's why I'm asking you to engage with the likes and all that stuff, because it will give some noticeability on the channel, and it will eventually perform better on the YouTube algorithm. So if you hit the like button yet, so let's see if price can eventually dig lower here. I really would like to see it happen. I think I might be a little bit more, I will have to be a little bit more patient here. Just let me see. Yeah, I would be content if price reaches midnight open here. I really would like to see the first presented fair value gap, because we don't have any retrace on the first presented fair value gap still. Yeah, I knew that when price was digging up here, that I had my stop loss too tight. But it is what it is. I prefer to be stopped out at break even than losing money, honestly. Yeah, price is slowly grinding lower here. I'm expecting to go a little bit lower, and we'll give it some time. I'm not in a rush, and we'll give the market some time, honestly. Well, 830 should act as resistance right now. We are below it, and would not like to see price come back above it. Yeah, price trying to retest 830 open, but honestly facing a resistance here. As soon as we make another low, I will probably move my stop loss to break even. Well, I'm not used to work with a single contract. I'm used to work with multiple contracts and taking partials along the way. So this is quite a challenge for me. Not taking partials, not being able to take partials. I wish I could, but I guess we have to face or eventually break even or full TP or eventually trailing down the stop. For now, we can't trail much because price didn't move. Forming another relative equal high lows here. Not liking how price is trying to retest once again 830. it would be perfect if this candle engulfs this green one. It would be perfect. Otherwise, we might get another retest on this bearish fair value gap here. And we are once again at the bearish fair value gap here. We retouched it, and price seems like it wants to work higher here, honestly. Not liking how price is working and taking all this time here. I would like to see some bearish reaction, honestly. Because we took these lows here, price came, formed another relative equal lows. This is still a bullish 15-minute fair value gap. And I really would like to see some roll down here. Yeah, price is really trying to dig higher here. So I don't know. I might have to cut this off, honestly. Not liking how price is digging once again here inside this range. Without any bearish signs here. Well, this is one of my last lines of defense. So this is the bearish order block here. And see how price is supporting on it as well. yeah, not working how I was intended to work. So we'll wait some more minutes. Yeah, price once again supporting on the order block here. Not liking how this is behaving, honestly. Sorry about my camera, but it is turning itself off. Yeah, we are back. Yeah, so far, not what I would like to see here. I really would like to have a chance to mitigate my loss, but it's a hard day today. Price is still working this this fair value gap, this bearish one, but honestly, I think it will grind higher here. It's not giving us any signs of weakness. This bullish fair value gap seems like it was some kind of a fake out here. We supported at 8:30 open as well, so I guess I was wrong with this continuation to the downside here. Yeah, I will have to cut it off here, honestly. no opportunity to close it at break even. So I will have to face this loss as well. There we go. And yeah, almost a 2R in loss here, honestly. And I think we will grind higher because we are disrespecting everything that is bullish right now. Everything that is bearish, I mean. So guess I will try my last chance here. Let me see if the price wants to retrace a bit more. Let me see if we have the strength to go to the upside. Since we are averting bearish PD arrays, I guess we still have the steam. We have relative equal highs here as well. I guess price can eventually reach to the upside. Yeah, on the 1 hour time frame, we have a massive wick to the downside as well, which might help us in any type of way. Okay, price stopped right at the top of this fair value gap where I had my stop, and honestly, it's not looking fine right now. Let's see. You're not liking how today's price action just trapped me here. I thought I would not engage in this type of price action, but honestly, I think I got fooled by the market. Let's see. Let's see if price has the strength to go to the upside here, at least to mitigate some of my losses. Yeah, not liking at all how price is really behaving right here. Now, I really would like to see some kind of a push to the upside. And price is not willing to give me that push to the upside that I was asking from it. Just giving me wicks and wicks. Yeah, price rejecting this fair value gap once again. Yeah, not liking. Honestly, not liking what I'm seeing right now. Yeah, price is displacing to the downside once again. Yeah, really not liking this. Really not liking this. Yeah, there is no bullish reaction to what I was asking from price. Honestly. We are moving below the midpoint of those fair value gaps once again. And I think I will close this position. This will not lead me to anything, honestly. Well, at this point, I'm 2.5 R in loss. And I really would like to at least mitigate some of it. But in these conditions, this is kind of hard, honestly. Well, at this point, I think I will wait for lunch hour. We have still 3 minutes until lunch hour. So I will see what price wants to do as soon as it hits lunch hour. Yeah, but at this point I can't see anything bullish, honestly. We'll just wait. Yeah, we have 1 minute left until lunch hour starts. And lunch hour is open. Yeah, that's why I said that I couldn't see anything bullish. Let's see if price wants to dig lower here. I guess we still have some sell side take here. This is my last chance, and this will just mitigate my loss. We'll probably not even do any profits with it. Just give me a second, guys. I need to transfer. And I'm back here. So let me see if we can eventually recover some of this drawdown. I'm really not liking how I'm performing today, honestly. This is not my best day for sure. I mean, the execution is kind of poor, and decision making is not in its best shape as well. And I can admit it, honestly. Let's see if we can manage to recover some of this drawdown here. Honestly, would like to see price digging a bit lower here. Right now, it is finding support inside this bearish fair value gap. It rejected the top of it, and now I would like to see it come lower and lower. I can't forget a 30 open here. It might act as a support. Seems like price is not willing to come lower here. This order block, this bearish order block, is acting like a reverse order block right now, holding price here. Let's see if price can lose this bearish fair value gap here. I would like it to see it losing it and coming to the downside here, disrespecting a 30 open as well, eventually hitting and taking out these relative equal lows here. It's kind of sad that my stop loss got hit right here from my initial short. Should have taken a few more points to the upside, but honestly, I was already at my max loss permitted for me, so that's why I got stopped out. But the main idea, I think it was still correct. My camera is annoying me today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if my camera is annoying you guys as well, but can't do anything about it. I don't know what the hell am I doing wrong, honestly, with my camera. There we go. We are back. Well, price now is digging way too slower than I would like to see. It is digging lower, but too slow for me. Too slow for my taste, honestly. I'm still expecting lower prices here. I still think that 8:30 and midnight open could be a nice place to that price might retest here. But honestly, it is taking a lot now, and price is once again finding support at 8:30. I would like it to see not finding support. We still have London lows as well, but I don't think that we will go that deep. But we never know, honestly. After what we saw in the early New York AM session, I think that everything is possible right now, honestly. Let me just check TradingView if TradingView is already working again, because it wasn't. My TradingView just stopped working. Yeah, it's way better now. Yeah, and all these bullish movements got eaten up on the stock market. Yeah, once again 8:30 acting as support here. I will just protect myself here. Not willing to risk much more. I don't think price will give me the opportunity to recover some of my drawdown unless we do a low resistance liquidity run to the downside. Otherwise, I think that price is primed to do what it is doing, a zigzag, a ping pong. Unless the high time frames just like the 15-minute, unless the 15-minute starts some displacement to the downside, I can't see myself recovering from this drawdown until tomorrow, probably. Yeah, and I will get subbed out once again. I can't do nothing today, honestly. It's not working with me with what I'm expecting from the market, and it's kind of hard today, honestly. There we go. 830 is acting as support once again here. But we are rejecting this bearish fair value gap at the same time. So things are tricky here, very tricky. Yeah, no bullish order flow as well here. No bullish, nothing, just a retest. I think I will give it another shot here. Let's see if we can now lose 830 open here. I really would like to see price losing it and digging its way down. Yeah, but as you can see, price is just wicking to the downside, not giving us many, not giving us a bearish momentum that we would like to see in these types of price action. Price just came above 830 once again, retesting once again this bearish fair value gap. And what I really would like to see is something like this, displacing to the downside, coming back, retesting 830, losing it, and then I wouldn't mind if it would be in a high resistance liquidity way, but I don't know at this point. Let me just check NQ in the 1 minute. Yeah, NQ still has some liquidity to the downside as well. So it could eventually help and move to the downside. Yeah, I really have to admit that this is not my best day. These are the type of conditions that I need to avoid. It is a Monday with no news, and after a big expansion like this, we should expect something like this to happen, honestly. But at this point, when price came down, I really thought that we would head lower. The price came all the way back to the upside, then took these lows here, came all the way back to the upside once again. Just let me check here. Just let me check here these OTE levels. Yeah, we respected 62% of the OTE level here. And then we kind of came back down. And now we are just moving sideways. But honestly, I can see price coming a bit lower here. But NQ and ES is is giving us some kind of a barcode right now, honestly. Yeah, price not really not willing to go back below 830 open. And this is not what we would like to see. Yeah, price reaching higher once again. Notice how 830 acted as the support here and is now pushing price to the upside. Once again, nothing favorable to my position here. Yeah, this will not work. Price is pushing higher here. And will probably not give me any chance to close it in a retrace or something like that. I'll have to do that, honestly. And this is my last chance here, just to see if we can get to the upside. I like how price supported here at 830 and started to do some for value gaps as well. Let's see if price is able to push a little bit higher here. Honestly, I'm expecting it right now because we managed to stay above 830. We had 1, 2, 3 attempts to go below it, and we rejected it every single time. So honestly, I don't think at this point I might think that we will eventually dig higher here. We have these relative equal highs as well here. So this is my last trade for the day. Will not take any more trades. I'm in deep drawdown right now, and would not like to increase it at all. Let's see if we can start to invert this for value gap. I really would like to see this being inverted. We have previous week's low here, which is acting like a resistance right now as well. So far, price is pushing in the direction that we would like to see price pushing, but I'm not convinced, honestly. I would like to see something with a bit more strength and speed. Let's see if we can get another push to the upside here. Price is trying to hold on this midpoint of this fair value gap. I really would like to see it stay intact and price digging higher in a continuously way. But since we have previous week's low here right at the top, I don't think we will do it with I don't think we can do it easily. I mean, back to break even here. NQ is retracing as well. Yeah, once again, not liking how we are not able to just place above here. Markets are not primed for my type of action, honestly. Yeah, price not really working with us today, honestly. Not giving me a chance to really do something profitable. Yeah. Yeah, and price starting to fall again. Once again, rejecting the midpoint. I really would like to see this stay. I really would like to see price stay above it, but honestly, price is not respecting its midpoint. It's coming back down. And eventually my stop loss is in danger once again. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I will be able to hold this position for any longer. Honestly, it's not looking good. Price just came, it rolled down once again. And it seems like I will get stopped out once again here. Oh well. Yeah, we will go lower for sure. Not willing to hold it anymore. At this point, I think that I'm kind of chasing the market right now, honestly. Well, let's see. I'm kind of expecting lower prices here. Not very proud with my performance today, honestly. Kind of a poor performance with poor judgment. Was kind of anticipating this kind of ping pong here, but decided to interact anyways. And this usually is a type of behavior that conducts to big losses in my view, in my point of view. Honestly, these are the worst days for me. At this point, I would like to price lose 830 open as support here. It is supporting way too many times. Really would like to see it displaced to the downside, eventually hitting 930 open or midnight open, or in the last case, the first presented for value gap, or this breakaway gap that ES showed us right at the open. So at this point, I will just let it run and see if it gives us some kind of stretch to the downside. But honestly, as soon as we touch 830, I always say to me, okay, this will not work, because every time we hit 830, price just reacted to the upside, and once again we touched 830, reacted a bit to the upside. We'll try to go for it once again, and price is not willing to disrupt this 830 open, and we have to keep in mind that price is still inside the NWOG as well, so it might be working that NWOG. This shaded area here is an NWOG here. Yeah, price is once again taking too long to break 830 open, honestly. But I can see it coming down eventually. We still have some liquidity right below 830 open from these longs here. But yeah, as I said, as soon as I see price touching 830 open, I mean, it's getting really annoying right now, honestly. Stays testing my patience. Rejecting once again this bearish fair value gap here. I don't know, at this point it seems like price no wants to move. We are hitting 1250, which is another macro hour. But honestly, macros do not tend to work in these type of environments, honestly. Let's see if we can roll down once again here. Price is acting quite boring today. There we go, making another reverse point at 830 open. Seems like it. Yeah, I would like to see this place, not just wicking displacement to the downside. This is what I would like to see from you, buddy. Not just a wick. Yeah, we are right. We have 4 minutes before lunch hour just ends, and this lunch hour was an empty lunch hour. It didn't give us anything. Price trying to work below 830 and trying to work below the end wall, but it's not it's not it's not working. It's not being able to do it. There we go. Once again, pushing to the upside. Let's see if we will have the first close below 830 here, pushing us a little bit below it and below the analog as well. Right now, we would like to see some kind of displacement, making new lows and eventually lows below these wicks here. But yeah, price is just able to wick. See how we are just wicking these bottoms and not being able to close below them. There we go. God damn it. Well, seems like 8:30 was indeed a point of support at this point. Yeah, really poor judgment today, really poor performance, honestly. Not proud of what I've done today, honestly. This might take me out of the combine, honestly. Yeah, it will take me out of the combine. There we go. Yeah. Well, I think it ends here, and first combine is just out of the equation right now, honestly. Tough conditions today. Not proud of the things that I've done here, honestly. Maximum drawdown hit, and it is what it is. I just have to accept the fact that I didn't perform well, and all these conditions that were presented to me today, they should not be traded. It is what it is. Well, I guess tomorrow we will. I don't know if we will have a stream or not, honestly. We'll just have to reassess myself and see how can I do things in a way that I protect myself from these environments, honestly. But yeah, thank you for being there. Thank you for your presence here, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.